Good evening, Fanthropy running clubs out there in the universe, Potterheads and Whovians and all members of FRC. How you guys doing tonight? So glad to have you with us. I am joined tonight by Amber, the Director of Partnerships from To Write Love on Her Arms, otherwise known as TWLOHA, who we are absolutely thrilled to have as our January Fanthropy Spotlight charity partner. Super excited to have you here. Now, Amber, where are you currently at? Now, you're not based in Florida with the rest of the TWLOHA folks, correct?
Correct. So our office is in Florida, but about 50% of our staff is kind of spread out throughout the US. So I'm in Henderson, Nevada right now.
Henderson, Nevada, great town. As a matter of fact, we're going to be heading your way to visit you very soon, actually.
Ooh.
The end of the month, not this month, next month, end of February, we've got a whole bunch of Fanthropists heading out to Las Vegas, Nevada for the Fanthropy Endurance Program. We're going to be running the Rock and Roll Half Marathon out there, running the strip at night in Vegas. Good times. So we're excited to head out to Nevada for that. So may see you while we're out there. That would be fun to meet up. By the way, kudos to you and the beautiful rainbow pattern you've got going on behind you. I don't know if you're hiding some kind of pot of gold. Maybe there's a unicorn hiding under your bed. We're not sure. Could be anything. We don't know.
I don't know.
So folks, if you have comments that you if you have ideas as to what the rainbow prism is caused by behind Amber, please put that in the comments so we can see you and know that you are here and watching the Q&A. So Amber, tell for those who are unaware, TWLOHA has been a charity partner for both Whovian Running Club and Potterhead Running Club in the past. But for those who are new to the Fanthropy Running Clubs, tell us about TWLOHA. What is TWLOHA's mission?
Yeah, so we're a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting help and hope for those struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. So we exist to encourage, inform, inspire, and invest directly into treatment and recovery. So we're not the mental health professionals ourselves. We act as a bridge to getting people connected to the help that they deserve.
And sometimes that just being that bridge, people want help, but they don't know where to find it. And
exactly.
So having that bridge can be literally the difference between life and death. Now, admittedly, TWLOHA sounds like a weird Hawaiian word of some kind, which we're really not sure the etymology of it. But TWLOHA stands for To Write Love on Her Arms. So what does writing love on her arms? What in the short version? I know there's a whole story online, but give us the short version of what that is all about.
Yeah, so it comes from the original story that our founder, Jamie, wrote. He didn't set out to start a nonprofit. He set out to help one friend get into a treatment program. And one thing that she was doing in her own mental health journey, she was self-injuring and writing things that were not great on her body and arms. And so he figuratively wanted to show her how to write love on her arms instead. And so that was the title of the first story that went back 2006 out on MySpace. And so the name just kind of stuck. So showing people, love, but yeah, we are not. We do get the question of, are you a tattoo shop? But no, we are not.
So thank you for explaining that. Now we will need to explain to everyone what MySpace is. Well, trust me, here's the thing. TWLOHA is most definitely in Fanthropy's top 8 spaces. That is true.
Perfect. We love that.
When we did the poll, so this is the first year that we are doing the Spotlight Charity Partner concept. Previously, each program, Potterhead, Whovian, Fandom, was very kind of stovepipe and had a different charity partner for each specific event. We are now doing that differently and across all the Fanthropy running clubs, supporting just one charity partner in a given time period. So for the month of January, it is TWLOHA. Now we put more than 20 of our previous charity partners up for nomination, up for upvoting in all of our communities, and they voted, and TWLOHA was very easily number one and the most beloved of all of our past charity partners. And so we're really excited to support TWLOHA once again. Now, you talk about being the bridge with these people who are experiencing suicidal ideation or depression or thinking about self-harm. What are the ways in which you reach them? What is the actual tangible mechanics of how you reach these populations?
Yeah. So pre-COVID, we were at, 100+ events each year, meeting people in person and connecting them to local resources in their area. So if you've been to a music festival, you might have seen a TWLOHA booth popped up with some shirts and some find help resources that we were passing out. And then a few years back, we started an online find help tool because we do have a large online following. We reach over 11 million people each month with our messages of hope that we put out through social media or our newsletter. So a few years back, we decided, okay, if we're not at an event, how can we meet people and connect them to maybe a counseling center in their area? So we built out what we call the Find Help tool, where anyone in the US can go to TWLOHA.com/find help and put in their zip code and a keyword. So maybe you're looking for counseling in your area. It'll pull up, vetted counselors in your area, and you can even filter it out for free and reduced cost services as well. Maybe a treatment center that offers a sliding scale, things like that, that would make treatment more affordable for you in your area. So we're reaching people through the Find Help tool, connecting them in the US, but then online every month with our newsletters, social media posts. And this past year, when we celebrated our 15th birthday in 2021, we launched an app called The Hopeful, which is a daily encouragement and mood tracking app. So you can not only track along your mood, but also get daily encouragement right there to your
Cool.
phone every single day.
And sometimes that daily affirmation, that daily encouragement, not everyone has an awesome community like you have here in the WRC Charters, the PHRC Great Hall, the FRC Fan Domain, or the Luke Steiner. You don't have that in your normal life. So getting that daily affirmation that, and I know one of the campaigns that we helped support in the past was the Stay campaign from a few years ago, and that idea of someone reminding you that it's important that you stay with us and continue to be here because you're vitally important to someone. Everyone is vitally important to someone, and everyone matters. And so it's really important that people can get that daily encouragement. Now, folks, if you have questions for TWLOHA, pop them into the comments. I am monitoring that. And if you want us to see your name in the comments, give permission to Facebook, StreamYard.com/Facebook, and give your permission. Sometimes you have to do that multiple times. It doesn't always work. But please ask questions in the comments, and that'll be great. Now, so Amber, so since COVID, you talked about the pre-COVID times, the before times, as we call them. And so now you guys have the app. What else are you guys doing in the more socially distant environment that we're in?
Yeah, so like many people, we had to pivot. I know that word's been thrown around a lot since 2020, but we had to meet people where they were and at that time, and currently still, it's mainly in their homes or on their phones. And so, we built the app out, and that's huge, and we have seen great reviews and responses from that. But we've also moved a lot of maybe like educational components to a virtual space. So we've offered some different mental health trainings and things that we would have done in person in the past. We've offered them online over the past few years. And just especially in 2020 and for most of 2021, we had more online live conversations just like this, so that if maybe someone was at home, didn't have any roommates, was literally not seeing anyone for months, at least we knew as an organization that we could be, a face that they see and a conversation that they have to know that they matter, and that even in these isolating times that, they are still valued. So yeah, we've moved to a lot of online things and just kind of went with the flow.
So Barb asks, post-COVID, are you guys more able to go to schools?
Some schools are still, remote depending on where you are in the country or restricting what type of gatherings they're having. So we haven't had any school events yet, but we're hopeful for the fall semester at least, that maybe things will look a little bit better in that scope.
All the fingers crossed, all the way. Absolutely. Now, during COVID, did you guys? I just, this is kind of a anecdotal thought. I would think that you guys saw an uptick in the need. Is that
Yeah.
accurate?
Yeah, definitely. A lot more people were talking about mental health. And so we saw a lot more people going to our Find Help tool, a lot more people emailing us or messaging us on social media, asking for resources, either for themselves or for friends. So definitely saw a rise in numbers since, the start of March of 2020.
Gotcha. But that's more people that TWLOHA is able to help and give assistance to. And with people being more stuck at home and just with their magical little box in front of them connected to the interwebs, um, there's people connected in new and different ways, and maybe found help differently than they would have previously.
Yes.
And sometimes there's some benefit in the separation of digital rather than face to face. Like I would maybe be uncomfortable having a face to face conversation with someone and seeking help. But oh wait, there's this artificial separation because I'm just talking to my computer screen. I'm not really talking, but I am getting help. And so I'm wondering, I'm sure that they will do studies in the years to come about all of this.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, there haven't been any studies or official numbers on this, but just from people I've talked to, people who maybe were afraid to go to counseling before in person when online was the only option. I definitely see a lot of my friends and my family have started going to counseling because there were so many more remote options available because of COVID.
It's interesting how it affects missions in completely different ways. So coming up for what's coming up for TWLOHA here in the coming months. What is so if someone signs up for the function of a 5K in Potterhead, or they sign up for Roar Your Light 5K, the Van Gogh themed medal for Hoovian, or they sign up for the Keep Your Feet 5K, the Lord of the Rings Hobbit themed medal over in Fandom Running Club. If they sign up for that here in the month of January, what are the kind of things they're going to be supporting in the coming months?
Yeah, so in the spring, our biggest focus in our campaign, May is Mental Health Month. So this first half of the year, we're really gearing up towards that. And we do a campaign each year called Black and White, where we focus on statements that we believe no matter what is happening in your life or the world, that these statements remain true. They're black and white. And so um, that's coming up in May. Right before that, we actually will have our own 5K. So we use that as a way to encourage people to move for something that matters in their communities, gathering with their friends or family, and just moving for their mental health. So those are some of the things that we have coming up in April and May this year.
And as TWLOHA has done in the past, TWLOHA always lets us know when that 5K occurs, and we make sure that you, the community, knows about it because our mantra of once a charity partner, always a charity partner. We will let you know about that. Jennifer has asked, do you have any suggestions on the best way to encourage friends and family to reach out to your organization when they need help?
Yeah, I always say if they're on social media, an easy plug-in is to share a post that we've had something that was encouraging to them and say like, "Oh, check out this organization." They share messages of hope, things like that. And then once they start to see it more and more, it makes someone more comfortable that when they need to reach out for help, that they might send us an email to info@twiloha.com, or they'll see information about our Find Help tool. Um, and it just kind of comes more naturally once they start to see it more and more. But if you have any specific requests or questions in there, you can always email me at info@twiloha.com, and I'd gladly help out with any specifics.
Thank you so much for that, Amber. And Jennifer, hopefully that answers your question. Amber, I am again so absolutely thrilled to once again support TWLOHA through the Fanthropy running clubs. Guys, remember, a portion of every registration here in the month of January will go to support TWLOHA. So please sign up. It goes all the way up through midnight, January 31st, Eastern time. So go sign up and make that happen. And support TWLOHA and their mission to reach out and be that bridge for others all over the country, and to give them the hope that they desperately need, and remind them that they matter. They matter a great deal. So Amber, thanks so much for joining me. Final words are yours.
Thank you so much for having us. We're glad to be a partner again, and thankful for your support, and love to answer any questions that anyone else has at info@tloha.com.
All right. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful evening or afternoon for you out there in Nevada. We did spy the puppies behind you. You could not hide them. And we love them too. Real quick, names of the puppies. Give the puppies a shout out.
Lola and Rudy.
Lola and Rudy. Excellent, excellent names. Thanks so much, Amber, for joining me. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.